In the beginning, there was nothing. Dreams and visions came to the Great Spirit and showed him the possibilities for this world. He felt rain and sunshine. He felt love and hate. He saw creatures grow and die while new ones took their place. He heard the songs these beings would sing and the stories they would tell. A place with balance where all would know the world. He understood the need for this existence and created what he saw. While Bear snuggled deep below in her cozy cavern, smaller animals thrived happily in the winter landscape. Bunnies hopped here and there, nibbling on the berries and pine cones to get their fill. Duck caught his fish as usual, breaking through the ice and growing fat and healthy. Wise Owl watched over them all, catching the occasional field mouse as she darted from her den. However, Mouse thrilled at tricking the owl, running and dodging quickly on the deep snow as if it were grass on a summer day. The animals lived in peace together, using their gifts from the Great Spirit to thrive during the cold days. However, all was not as the Great Spirit had foreseen. He had created the earth and the sky, the animals and their kin. Each had been given what they needed to both survive the harsh elements and feel the emotions of a full life. Love, hate, fear, courage, joy, and sadness. There was room for every feeling within this new world. All had been formed in the image of his dream. However, despite his wisdom in creating this world, he could not have foreseen the difficulty encountered by woman. Although weaker in form and created last of all, woman was gifted with the ability to dream. This had guided the Great Spirit's own creation of this world, and thus was a magnificent gift indeed. With harsh winter making life difficult for all, jealousy created herself and wreaked havoc in woman's mind. Each night she dreamt of the other animals and witnessed their successes again and again. She woke angrier than the day before, and could not see how her gift was any use compared to the others. Winter taunted her and kept her freezing, barely able to survive each day and escape into her dreams each night. One day, Winter brought with him a harsh storm of wind and ice that threatened to take woman's very soul. Woman ran through the forest, but could not find any animals with whom to share her warmth. She grew colder and colder and was no longer able to run, falling to the ground and crawling through the ice-cold snow. Before her appeared a cavern, and with no thought she rushed inwards. Moving deeper, she felt the wind ease and Winter's grip on her loosen. Woman curled herself into a ball and cried out to the Great Spirit, "Why have you doomed me to death? I have none of that which I need to survive." Hours later, Woman awoke on the floor of the cavern. Her stomach grumbled, but the sound of Winter's assault on the outside of the cavern had faded. Spying a few sparse bushes in the corner, she remembered having seen Bunny nibbling on them repeatedly in her dreams. Crawling towards them, Woman gobbled down what she could and fell into a fast, cold sleep. She dreamed again of the animals. She saw Duck catching fish through the ice and Mouse walking carefully on top of the snow. Woman woke angrier than before and ventured deep into the cavern to hide her shame. A frozen pool of water with fish swimming below came into view. Seizing a rock, Woman broke through the ice and fumbled for a fish. Grasping one, she exclaimed, "Ha! Duck is not the only one who can catch fish." That evening, Woman ate well for the first time since her creation. Waking in the morning, Woman's anger had begun to fade, and with it the storm Winter had created. She had once again dreamt of the animals in the forest, but rather than feeling jealous of their skills, she saw how she might use them to her own advantage. Cutting the branches from the berry bushes on her way past, she formed them into large feet spreaders to walk on the snow. If Mouse had large feet he spread to walk, so would Woman. Emerging from the cave, Woman joined her fellow animals in the aftermath of the storm. Wrathful Winter was gone for now, but they knew he would be back. Perching with Wise Owl on the tree, Woman watched the forest activity with happiness for the first time. Balance was restored, and winter could no longer threaten the world. It was on this day that Woman had learned a most valuable lesson. Although not blessed with strength or other skills, Woman had perhaps the greatest gift of all, the ability to dream. With this ability, she was able to learn from the forest animals and thwart winter's malice. Woman lived to an old and happy age, passing the wisdom of the importance of dreams to their survival on to her children.